We need to be familiar with the anatomical terms of the body as we will use those over and over in the anatomy and physiology class. In anatomy and physiology, the term pertaining to means related to, concerning, or belonging to. It is used to connect a medical term to the body part or concept it describes. Cranial means pertaining to the skull. The term is derived from cranium, which is the part of the skull that encloses the brain. Cephalic means pertaining to the head. It is an anatomical term used to describe something that is on, in, or directed toward the head. Ocular means pertaining to the eye. Buccal describes pertaining to the cheek. Cervical means pertaining to the neck. Facial means pertaining to the face. Oral is pertaining to the mouth. Pelvic is pertaining to the pelvis. Thoracic is pertaining to the rib cage. Axillary means pertaining to the armpit. Mammary is pertaining to the breast. Brachial means pertaining to the upper arm. Scapular. The adjective scapular means pertaining to the shoulder blade. The medical term for the shoulder blade is scapula. Digital pertaining to the fingers or toes. Digital or phalangeal phalanges are the bones of the fingers and toes, while digital is an adjective that refers to the fingers and toes themselves. The two terms are closely related and are often used together to specify the location of a structure or describe a specific area of the hand or foot. Patellar describes pertaining to the patella or kneecap. Abdominal describes pertaining to the abdomen. Umbilical means pertaining to the belly button or navel. Antecubital means pertaining to the anterior, front side of the elbow. The term comes from the Latin prefix ante meaning before or in front of, and cubitus meaning elbow. Antebrachial means pertaining to the forearm. Palmar means of or relating to the palm of the hand. Carpal means related to the wrist. The term comes from the Latin word for wrist and refers to the 8 small bones, carpal bones, that make up the wrist joint. Pollex is the anatomical term for the thumb. Manual means pertaining to the hand. Manual is the entire region of the hand, as in manual labor, which uses the hands, consists of palmar, digital, carpal, metacarpal bones. The word manual originates from the Latin word manus, meaning hand. Mental means pertaining to the chin. Pubic means pertaining to the region of the pubis. The pubis is located at the very bottom of the abdomen. The hip bone, ilium, ischium, pubis. The pubis is one of the 3 bones that form the hip bone, along with the ilium and ischium. The pubis itself is divided into a body, a superior pubic ramus, and an inferior pubic ramus. Inguinal means pertaining to the groin, which is the area where the abdomen meets the upper thighs. The inguinal canal, a passage for structures like the spermatic cord, in males, and the round ligament of the uterus, in females, is found in this region. Because the inguinal canal is a natural weak point in the abdominal wall, it is a common site for hernias. The groin area also contains inguinal lymph nodes, which are part of the immune system. The term coxal means pertaining to the hip. It comes from the Latin word coxa, which means hip. Femoral means pertaining to the thigh. It refers to the area of the leg between the hip and the knee, and also specifically to the femur, which is the thigh bone. The word vertebral means pertaining to the spinal column, or the individual bones, vertebrae, that make it up. The spinal column is also known as the backbone or vertebral column. The word acromial is a medical term that means pertaining to the shoulder. Dorsal means back of the body. Pectoral means pertaining to the chest or thorax. It can refer to anatomical structures like the pectoral muscles too. Tarsal means pertaining to the ankle and the group of 7 bones that make up the ankle and heel. The popliteal region is posterior to the patellar region. The patellar region is at the front of the knee, anterior, while the popliteal region is the area behind the knee. Calcaneal is a medical term pertaining to the heel. Specifically, it relates to the calcaneus, which is the large bone that forms the heel of the foot. Perineal is specifically related to the anogenital region. The term olecranal pertains to the elbow, specifically the bony prominence at the back of the elbow joint. This bony point is part of the ulna, one of the 2 bones in the forearm. Lumbar refers to the lower back, which is made up of the 5 vertebrae between the rib cage and the pelvis. This section of the spine is also called the lumbar spine. Gluteal is an adjective that means pertaining to the buttocks, specifically the muscles or the entire region. The 3 main gluteal muscles, the gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, and gluteus minimus, are located in the buttock area and are responsible for hip movement and stability. Sural is a term that pertains to the calf of the lower leg. The sural nerve, for example, runs along the back of the lower leg, providing sensation to the calf, ankle, and heel. Plantar is a term that refers to the bottom or sole of the foot. The term peroneal or fibular is used to describe the lateral, outer side of the lower leg. It refers to the fibula bone and the muscles, nerves, and tendons found in the lateral compartment of the lower leg. Sternal means pertaining to or relating to the sternum. The visual image and understand how it works and functions we as human is one of the effective ways to understand and remember all the anatomical terms easily.